Hey guys, it's been a while since we've talked, but I felt inspired right now just to shoot this quick video because I want to start documenting, more and more of what I'm gonna kind of dub as my self-love journey, just through these videos, these short kind of documentary style videos, a few times a week. And it's just so funny because when I look back on even this word self-love, I remember like a year ago, I would see people doing videos on self-love or just reading about self-love. And to be totally honest, I would roll my eyes. I thought it was just like some abstract kind of like, cute concept that people were just, talking about. And I was like, okay, yeah. Self-care, self-love, self-nurturing, okay, I get it. But what was happening, I was at such a level of self-hatred and self-abandonment, that I wasn't, again, the idea of self-love was just like super triggering. And it invoked actually a lot of shame within me. Like, well, why can't I even grasp that concept, So, so it's pretty amazing just going from like there to where I am now. And again, it's like because of, my own journey and what I've been through, I just have like the deepest level of empathy for people that, are even just annoyed by by that term. So I just want to talk about it and start just documenting, more and more of my own journey. So, okay, so what I want to talk about today is self-care and identifying our own needs and identifying our own boundaries. So here's what I want to say. So late last night, I started getting really physically sick. I started, vomiting, and I was really nauseous, and I actually got my period last night. And I tend to get really, really painful periods. And so I just was feeling really sick. And then this morning, I had a busy day, a really busy day planned. I had a client and then some other obligations. And so I woke up and I was feeling sick, but I just decided to ignore it, just given my schedule today. I know so many of us can relate to this. And so I just kind of kept plowing forward, and as I did that throughout the morning, my body was just like, no, like just kept getting more and more sick. And then I started getting really nauseous again. So what I've learned rather recently, in the last maybe 7 or 8 months, is this concept, and this may sound like super wooey or weird to some of you, so take it or leave it, but here's what I have tuned into, like through meditation, and other teachers that have actually really taught me this. But our body has consciousness. So when you actually tune in, you can ask your body, you can tune in, like let's say right now my stomach is really hurting. You can actually like tune in. You can do this through meditation, or the more and more, you're able to do this, it's kind of like channeling an energy. So you can tune in and ask, what do you need? What do you need? And, as I'm like tuning in right now, I'm just getting, rest. I'm getting water. I'm getting, I need to be nurtured. I need to be nurtured. I need to be cared for. Okay, so we can tune in and get that information. So as I, was doing that, I realized that if I went to go see my clients today and went through all the plans that I had, I would actually be really violating one of my primary needs that my body has today. And very recently, I discovered that one of my boundaries, is if I am feeling sick, I'm not going to continue to be really harsh with myself and plow forward. That actually is very violating to my boundaries, and in turn, it creates a whole slew of things around me that can cause anger and resentment, and then in turn it actually manifests a situation bigger, which forces me to need to rest. See what I'm saying? So it's like, even today, if like I plowed forward and just pushed, I was like, feeling into it, and it's like later on the same situation would have happened again for me to actually learn to listen to my body and nurture my own needs and my own boundaries. So again, the universe is constantly giving us situations to align us more and more with love and with gentleness and what is in the best interest for us, in alignment with love every time. So I, of course, like so many of us, even as I tuned into this and I was knowing this, I got super triggered because I hate canceling on people. I hate rescheduling. I hate feeling like I'm letting people down. But ultimately, I would have been letting other people down, and myself down, of course. And I'm a big thing that I work with clients on is boundaries. So if I'm violating my own boundaries, what kind of example, so to speak, am I setting for my clients, And here's another thing that is huge energetically, is that the more and more we set and continue to set these boundaries for ourselves and honor our needs and clearly say, a need for me when I'm sick is I need to rest, and I'm gonna, honor myself. The more and more we do this, the more and more the universe brings us people in our lives that can mirror this unconditional love and nurturing back to us. And with that being said, okay, I'm not a huge proponent of you have to love yourself before other people can love you. No, I actually disagree with that. I needed people, given the intense amount of trauma and, through my addictions and my eating disorders, I needed people first, whether that, was friends or coaches, to mirror to me unconditional love first, to mirror to me my own, worth and beauty and love before I could really see that within myself. I do see it as a two-way street though. So the more, we're in that frequency and we're seeing that maybe mirrored to us from someone else, the more we can really integrate that energy within us. And then the more and more we're able to give that to ourselves, and the more and more we're able to, it just reverberates out. So then energetically, we're then manifesting more and more people and friends and, colleagues and coaches or healers or whoever that will mirror back to us that unconditional love, that presence, that nurturing, that gentleness, that compassion for where we are in the present. So I wanted to really share that, because I think that so many of us can really relate to that. And, and I hope it's helpful. It just feels good to share this. I actually got really nervous doing these videos. I mean, I'm enjoying this right now, but there's a huge part of me. I have like some pretty major throat chakra trauma. So like even just sharing this so openly, is really scary and vulnerable, but it also feels really healing. And really, joyful and empowering too. So thank you for listening. And I just am sending all of you so much love. And if you're interested in working with me, feel free to send me a message. My website is almost up. It's like, I'm so excited about it. But it's going to be up soon, very, very soon. So stay tuned for that. I will definitely send a link. Oh, I just looked up as I said that. It was 11 minutes of recording. So that's exciting. All right. I love all of you so, so much. And I will talk to you soon. Okay. Bye.